Camera rolling I'd like to call to order the regular town board meeting for the month of November 2014. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Board Member Bernstein?
Here.
Board Member Higley?
Here.
Board Member Malloy?
Here.
Board Member Storms? Here. Supervisor Stanley?
Here. I'd entertain a motion to accept the previous town board meeting minutes.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
One second.
All in favor? Opposed? Supervisor's financial report. Supervisor report for October 2014. Ambulance fees, $6,098.75. Police fees, $15. Phoenicia Library Electric, $63.75. Phoenicia Library rent, $300. Phoenicia Water, $15,000. Pine Hill Water District water rents, $4,500. Permits code officers, $80. Building permit fees, $1,345. Town clerk fees, $243.65. Dog licenses, $73. SBA cell tower, $865.07. Justice fees, $5,551.15, for a total of $44,135.37. Communications, as we just had our budget hearing. Shandaken Sewer. On October 23rd, the town board met with representatives of the CWC and their engineers, Lamont Engineering. They are offering to investigate possibilities for some form of municipal sewerage or septic maintenance for the hamlet of Shandaken. This costs the town nothing and is fully paid by the CWC. There are several phases to this program, and the town board will be involved as the process continues. The town board has already expressed its desire to focus on the possibility of a septic maintenance district as opposed to some type of municipal plan. The resolution tonight simply authorizes the CWC to move ahead with their investigation at no cost to the town without committing to any specific project. New York Rising. We have a resolution tonight to authorize me to sign into the sub-recipient agreement with New York State for us to move forward with projects selected for the town. This involved the $3 million the state has promised us for storm recovery and resiliency projects. Our attorney has some concerns with the agreement and the state's reluctance to change some of the language to better protect the town, but it appears this is a necessary action for those funds to be released to us. Over the next few months, we will most likely be approving these projects to move forward. Zoning. The town is closing the public hearing for the proposed zoning change in Pine Hill. We would have had resolutions to move on this action tonight, but we are waiting comments from the county planning department, which also meets tonight at the same time. We will have resolutions for this action next month. Miscellaneous, we have a resolution to approve a logging permit for Bergen County Sportsmen's Association on Rose Mountain Road, following the public hearing we held prior to tonight's meeting. We also have resolutions for the renewal of the urgent contract with the Ulster Sheriff's Office, approving the public assembly permit for this year's Phoenicia Turkey Trot, never heard of it, authorizing the plowing of churches and firehouses in town, and allowing the highway superintendent to auction off some old highway equipment. We do have some special announcements, and before I get into those, I'd also like to give a hand to our highway department and Kurt Boyer for getting up those wonderful signs and entering the town, and looking forward to the rest of the and for finally paving the parking lot where the new septic is in. Thank you. We can drive over it again. We have two special announcements tonight. Last week, some members of the ambulance, the chief and I met with Jay Jacobs and members of the Timberlake staff. We were surprised and extremely grateful when Mr. Jacobs and the Timberlake Foundation made a $10,000 donation to our ambulance department. In addition to the financial donation, the camp made a donation of tubs of candy left over from the camp, which the ambulance department dispersed to the town's children on Halloween night. We cannot express enough gratitude to the Jacobs family and the Timberlake Foundation, who time and again have proven to be generous benefactors on many levels throughout the town, other than to say thank you. Thank you very much. With this, I would like to take the opportunity to have the board join me in recognizing Mr. Rick Riccadella. We'd like to present him a small token recognizing his commitment to the town and specifically the Phoenicia Water District. Rick has been involved with the Water District for 23 years and been superintendent for 20 of those. We'd like to present him this small token of our appreciation. Thank you, Rick. With that, I'd also like to invite up Tom Hoffman from Kevin Cahill's office is here tonight as well. Rick, if you'd like to join us up front. You don't get to sit back there now, man, you're front and center. Take your time, don't worry, we got So Rick, with that, I'll read this plaque. It's presented to you, Richard Riccadella, in recognition of and in gratitude for more than 20 years of service as superintendent of the Phoenicia Water District, presented this 5th day of November 2014 by the town of Shandaken.
On behalf of Assembly Member Kevin Cahill, we had a sort of late night last night down at the Assembly office for the elections, but Kevin asked that I would come up here tonight specifically to make this presentation. And it's important because these moments are important to the town. It's important to recognize the people who, over so many years, get up every day and do the job and keep the town safe, keep the water supply in good condition, make sure that the stream beds and all those areas are kept clean. And this is something that maybe we take for granted sometimes. So on certain occasions, it's an important moment to stop, to recognize these individuals and their contributions, and to say thank you for all the service that you've provided. So on behalf of the New York State Assembly, I'd like to give you this citation in recognition of your many years of dedicated service and commitment to the community at large as the longest tenured Shandaken Water Commissioner.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You see me go by the house all the time. All right.
With that, I do know we have another special presenter tonight as well. Mrs. Turkey, if you'd like to get up and talk to the crowd for a bit.
Thank you. I just want to remind you all that the 4th annual Phoenicia Turkey Trot is happening this Saturday after Thanksgiving, as always, which is November 29th this year. So we've all been training. I know that Rob and Rich have been training again this year for their annual competition. For those of you that are serious about training, we have also been doing, we've started our first class last week, but we have 3 more classes at the Pine Hill Community Center that are free for all runners. It's an injury prevention class for runners taught by me. And I'm a physical therapist, so I have some credentials. And it's great. We had 10 people last Saturday. So we do a lot of stretching and strengthening specific to runners. If you'd like to come join us, it's 8 to 9 at the Pine Hill Community Center for the next few Saturdays leading up to the Turkey Trot. We are also in need of volunteers this year. So if you feel like you're a little injured, a little sore, you don't want to run this year, please feel free to help us out. We need help with registration, course marshaling. It's hard to keep a straight face when I'm talking, isn't it?
No, I've got a pull in my leg. I'm volunteer.
So you can contact me. My name and email and Patty's phone number are all on our website, which is www.phoeniciaturkeytrot.com.
When is the turkey trot?
It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving, November 29th. Yep, 10 a.m. I have some pre-registration forms. We have free t-shirts for the first 100 pre-registered, and we're already up to 77. So if you want to get that t-shirt, get in soon. You can register online, or you can fill out the form and mail it to me. And I also want to just give a special thanks to the town for providing insurance for the event, and also the police and ambulance for helping out with the event, as they do every year. So far, we've raised over $12,000 for different community charities, and this year it's for the STS Playhouse to help capital improvements on their buildings, so to help restore that historic landmark in Phoenicia. So we're really excited. And the Phoenicia businesses have already, in their sponsorship, paid for all of our t-shirts, so that every single registration dollar goes straight to the STS Playhouse for their improvements. So it's such a great coming together of the community. So thank you.
Thank you, it's a great event. Last year you had, what, 400?
We had 325. Apparently, Kingston also thought it was a good idea to have a turkey trot since we've been doing it. So we lost a few to some local competitions, but last year we had 325. The trajectory that we're on now, we should be about 300, between 300 and 400 is what we're looking for. So, yeah.
Nice. It's really nice, even if you're not running, just standing on the side and watching us do all our silly antics and working off the turkey from Thanksgiving. It's just fun. With that, I'd like to turn it over to any board members if you have announcements.
Rick's picture is already on our town Facebook page.
You're out there, Rick.
You're on our Facebook page already.
You're already out there.
Okay, for all you folks that missed our other free computer classes, we will again be offering them then in cooperation with the Phoenicia Library this coming spring. These will be offered to adults who have zero to minimum computer skills. The library has computers for us to use, or you can bring your own device. We will have volunteers there on Wednesday nights for 6 weeks to help you with using window-based computers or devices, to help you with email, photos, or just showing you how to get online. We plan to start in March. If you would like to take advantage of this wonderful free opportunity, or you would like to be a volunteer, call the town clerk's office at 688-5004. A few events coming up this month. On weekends through November 16th, Shandaken Theatrical Society is offering for your entertainment The Lady in Question. For tickets, call 688-2279. On Saturday, November 8th, the Shandaken Memorial Methodist Church on Route 28 will be having a fundraiser breakfast from 8 to 11 to benefit the Shandaken Food Pantry. On Saturday, November 15th, the town clerk's office will be hosting a rabies and distemper clinic here at the town hall from 10 a.m. to noon for dogs and cats. Rabies shots are 10 and distemper shots are 15. This will be the last one this year. The next one will be in the spring. Sunday, November 16th, the Catskill Mountain Classic Car Club will host a toy for the children drive at the Emerson down in Mount Tremper from noon to 3. Call Frank for more information at 254-4238. Don't forget the turkey trot, Saturday, November 29th. And the month of November, Sarah Rudge, who is Patty and Bill's daughter, because she's in high school, she's 17 years old. She's organizing a food drive to benefit the Shandaken Food Pantry, and you'll see these flyers around town. She was going to be here tonight to speak about it, but she's kind of shy. I don't know. She's raising all this kind of food and money for the Shandaken Food Pantry, which is located at the Phoenicia United Methodist Church. And they're very low on food. I guess they're in desperate need. So you can either call Patty's daughter, Sarah, at 254-4126, or drop off food or donations at the town hall at the town clerk's office. And I guess she's going door to door on Big Indian, but she's definitely extended it to the whole town. And she did this on her own, so that's kind of cool. So, okay? So if you can help her out, that'd be great. And that's it.
There's going to be a Veterans Day ceremony at the Phoenicia Legion Post 950. It's on Route 28, just above, about a half mile above Phoenicia, on November 11th at 11 a.m. Everybody is more than welcome to attend.
I would hope the employees that have the day off will be in attendance. And with that, I hear a mumble coming from the corner of the table over here. For those of you who don't know who this woman over here is sitting at the end of the dais, this is my new secretary, Sheila Pratt. I'd like to welcome her aboard. If you come in my office, She's more than willing to help you. She's caught up to speed very quickly, working with Patty in the office, and delight to have you and welcome aboard. That will move on to committee reports. Ambulance.
Good evening. The October 2014 report for the town of Shandaken Ambulance, total calls received was 36. Mutual aid was given 3 times, twice to the town of Hunter, 1 to the town of Allen. Mutual aid was received 0. It is with sincere gratitude to the Timberlake Foundation. Secondary to exemplary service provided to the camp and will go to great use. This donation will assist and the Timberlake Foundation are certainly incredible friends and benefactors to the squad and the town. As just 2 years prior, the foundation made the incredible donation of our 2007 Durango fly car, a vehicle that has since responded to well over 700 calls for service and has made a positive impact to both the taxpayers and employee safety alike. This phenomenal donation was not alone, however, as the Phoenicia American Legion Post 950 has made a generous donation of a Zoll Auto Pulse unit with accessories and a cyanide antidote kit. This donation also provides our pre-hospital professionals with incredible tools to directly increase survivability in cardiac arrest patients and smoke inhalation patients. To date, there are only 2 ambulance services in the 6-county region to be carrying the cyanide kit, with Shandaken being one of the 2. It is without a doubt that the taxpayers of the town of Shandaken are truly fortunate to have friends of their emergency services like the American Legion and the Timberlake Camp. These donations not only allow the ambulance service to acquire equipment that would otherwise be disproportionate to our tax levy, but also directly increase the level of care and survivability of the citizens and visitors that utilize our service day in and day out. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Also, I may have to amend my budget in hindsight. If you are running in the turkey truck, Supervisor Stanley, I'd like to request a backpack defibrillator.
I was going to say.
Stay safe.
I was going to say something about you might want to have a defibrillator on every corner of that course from me. Good. Police report. Chad couldn't make it because he's working shift tonight. County. So, Councilman Malloy.
October 2014 monthly statistical report. All accidents, 15. Accidents involving domesticated animals, 2. Incidents involving real property, 41. Civil incidents, 4. Traffic incidents, 23. Crimes against public order, 13. Automated intrusion device calls, 15. Assault and related offenses, 1. Assisted fire department ambulance, 19. Theft, 6. Community-oriented policing, 8. Request for patrol, 14. Suspicious activity, 4. 911 calls, 3. Disputes, 9. Incidents involving warrants, 1. Total 178 calls. Summons issued, 28. Arrest, 8. And the car's unit, 83. Odometer was 13.
Just read the mileage.
Oh, okay. The total mileage is 7,658.
Thank you. Phoenicia Water. Alfred. I think we've pretty much discussed at length about what the plan was, and Candace will be here next month to talk about the income survey.
Right.
And Rick seems to think that he's got a guy that can do it for 7,500, replace the pump.
This idea sounds really good, presuming that it can work.
Yeah,
So,
agreed. And we will look into it.
yeah, income survey we'll be working on next month. Okay. Next meeting, the 19th, Wednesday, at 6:30 at the Water Club.
Yeah, also rural water was here Monday and found 3 shut-offs. We turned 2 houses that were flagged. One of them was flagged by FEMA. We finally found the shut-off there. It was covered with sand and debris. luckily he had the instruments to find it and to dig with a tool to get the sand out of it. Otherwise, I would have had to dig it up. So we saved some money there.
Very good. Thank you. Final board, Don's not here, again, we're anticipating they've got he's supposed to meet with the committee to discuss changes on the rate. The rate in the tax rate, or the rate from last month. Anyway, again, he's got a number of projects that need to be completed for the reservoirs. Again, has met with Candace, looked at funding, EFC funding is a possibility, but still is insistent that we're probably gonna have to change the rate because usage has dropped and he's not getting the revenues to keep the district solid. So he's gonna have to increase water rate, is what he's proposing. Museum, you don't have anybody? And recreation, I don't see Marty here, and I don't know if there was any much activity in recreation this month. With that, we'll move on to public comments on the resolutions. There's no comments, we move on to motions. Again, as I mentioned in my opening comments, we had the public hearing for the Pine Hill zoning change was open. I entertain a motion to close that public hearing at this time, and we will address this at next month's meeting.
I'll make
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And no, again, that we've received no further comments following the public hearing last month, so. Thank you. Resolutions.
Resolution number 124-14, resolution to pay all bills. Whereas the Department of Audit and Control require town boards to sign and inspect all vouchers coming into the town for payment, the number and total amounts for each fund. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board authorize the following vouchers paid. General, $42,609.40. Highway, $86,954.15. Phoenicia Water, $3,047.88. Pine Hill Water, $880.14. Phoenicia Lights, $942. Chichester Lights, $136.77. Pine Hill Lights, $544.02. I move its adoption.
Board Member Bernstein?
Yes.
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Thorne? Yes. Supervisor Family?
Yes.
Resolution 125-14, resolution adopting 2015 preliminary budget as 2015 town budget. Whereas the town of Shandaken has prepared a 2015 preliminary budget for review. Therefore, it be resolved, the town board of the town of Shandaken, following a public hearing held at 6:15 p.m. on Wednesday, November 5th, 2014, hereby adopts the 2015 preliminary budget as amended as the 2015 town budget for the town of Shandaken, and I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Bernstein?
Yes.
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Thorne?
Yes.
Supervisor Family?
Yes. Resolution 126-14, resolution of the town board of the town of Shandaken determining that there are no adverse impacts on the environment for a logging permit. Whereas the town board is looking to approve a logging permit for Bergen County Sportsman's Protective Association, branch number 7, Inc., hereinafter BCS. And whereas the possible environmental impacts of the approval of the logging permit for BCS have been considered by the town board, now therefore be it resolved that the town board has determined that the approval of the logging permit for BCS will not have significant adverse impacts on the environment, and be it therefore further resolved that the town board authorizes the supervisor to take such further action steps as might be necessary to discharge the board's responsibility as lead agency for this action, including but not limited to the issuance of a negative declaration consistent with this resolution. I move its adoption.
I'll second that.
Are we gonna put anything in here concerning that?
It's on the next
It's on this?
resolution.
Yeah.
This is just a secret.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Tim.
Board Member Bernstein?
Yes.
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Thorne? Yes. Supervisor Family?
Yes.
Resolution 127-14, resolution of the town board of the town of Shandaken approving the logging permit. Whereas the town board has received and reviewed a logging permit application for Bergen County Sportsman's Protective Association, branch number 7, Inc., hereinafter BCS. And whereas the possible environmental impact of the logging permit for BCS has been considered by the town board, and the board has issued a negative declaration under state environmental quality review. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board hereby approves said logging permit upon receipt of a $20,000 bond for the town. For the town, I move its adoption.
I'll second.
Board Member Bernstein?
Yes?
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Sorg?
Yes.
Supervisor Sam?
Yes.
Resolution 128-14, a resolution for the town of Shandaken to participate in the Community Wastewater Management Program 3, administered by the Catskill Watershed Corporation. Whereas the hamlet of Shandaken and the town of Shandaken is an eligible community to participate in the Community Wastewater Management Program 3, and whereas the Catskill Watershed Corporation, CWC, is the administrator of the Community Wastewater Management Program 3, and whereas the Community Wastewater Management Program 3 will fund block grants for the design and construction of a community septic system and/or the creation of septic maintenance districts, or if they are not practicable due to site conditions and there is a demonstrable water quality problem due to the failing septic systems, the New York City Department of Environmental Protection, NYC DEP, in consultation with the CWC and a participating town, can elect to construct a new wastewater treatment plant. And whereas the town of Shandaken can participate in the study phase of the Community Wastewater Management Program 3 at no cost. And whereas the CWC has asked the town of Shandaken whether or not it desires to participate in the Community Wastewater Management Program 3, administered by the Catskill Watershed Corporation. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Shandaken elects to participate in the Community Wastewater Management Program 3, administered by the Catskill Watershed Corporation, and authorizes the town supervisor to execute the participating community agreement between CWC and the town. I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Bernstein?
Yes?
Board Member Higley?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Sorg?
Yes.
Supervisor Sam?
Yes. What was that called? Whoa, that was, you want me to do this one? There is. Doesn't make a difference. Resolution 129-14, the resolution authorizing the town of Shandaken to enter into the required subrecipient agreement with the Housing Trust Fund Corporation as required in the implementation of the New York State Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery CDBG-DR program, and authorize the town supervisor to sign any and all documents required in the implementation of the program. Whereas in the aftermath of Superstorm Sandy, the United States Congress, through public law, passed the Disaster Relief Appropriations Act of 2013, Public Law 113-2, approved January 29th of 2013. As amended, the Act appropriating $16 billion, later reduced to $15.18 billion to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, for Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery, CDBG-DR funds, for necessary expenses related to disaster relief, long-term recovery, restoration of infrastructure, and housing and economic revitalization in most impacted and distressed areas resulting